Good morning. My name is Alison Ehara-Brown. My Mohawk name is Yagunhio. I'm with Idle No More SF Bay. I'm one of the grandmother advisors and founding grandmothers of Idle No More SF Bay. No, we are here today to send a really strong message to BlackRock and also to Biden and to all of the banks with being part of this beautiful global day of action to defund climate chaos and move towards the beautiful world that we want for our children and grandchildren and the generations to come. We're here to send a strong message about getting rid of fossil fuels. We always hope that our prayers and messages and beautiful art will reach the hearts of the people who are in positions of power. We hope that the pressure that happens economically will also lead to big changes, and we also want to send a really strong message to the folks who are gathering at the COPs in Glasgow that there are millions and millions and millions of people all over the world and so many Indigenous people who are asking for really swift, direct, just transition action towards the kind of world we need for our grandchildren to be able to survive. So it's the Council of Parties. It's a group of supposedly world leaders, although we know the leadership really comes from frontline communities and tribal communities. It's a gathering that happens among world leaders to supposedly address the climate crisis. It's been happening for many decades now with very little success, but there's all sorts of beautiful frontline and Indigenous contingents there now putting pressure. My t-shirt was a gift from a dear friend. It's from a young man who's been making Indigenous t-shirts, and it's a fox, which is an animal that I particularly love. And on the back I have the Defund Climate Chaos logo of our day. So,
oh, that's great.
The more people we can get to rise up, to show up in the streets, to be willing to risk arrest and join us in nonviolent direct actions. People who need to stay home can also write to the different people who are in positions of power. Phone calls. There's all sorts of really amazing climate justice groups and Indigenous groups that are all over social media with lots of different campaigns people can join. So there's really a lot people can do from home, and there's also lots that people can do in terms of putting pressure on the people who are in positions of power to try to, and I think also just to talk with your friends and your neighbors and talk to them about the reality of the fact that we are in a code red for the planet, and our survival as humans and the survival of the beautiful sacred system of life is really at risk right now, and we don't have much time. I just want to say, if you have a chance to come out to one of these actions where we paint the street, it is one of the most joyous, beautiful, wonderful experiences of community that you can have. It will give you hope, and this is really an important time in history for us to be closely connected with lots and lots of people and keep building communities of resistance, working for clean water, clean air, clean soil, and a good future for the generations to come.
Great, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Peter.